A man explains to his relative just how much men and women love differently. Let's go over it.
That men don't love like that. Stop trying to make a woman. Stop trying to make a man be like the woman. He can't be. You don't see men running around trying to make a woman be like a man because she can't. But y'all want to make him like y'all. It won't work. You want to make him love like y'all love, act like y'all act, be like y'all be, do like y'all do. A man can't do it like that. And the problem is, most of y'all grew up in homes and you ain't never seen how a man act. You ain't never seen how a man respond to nothing. And so you out there thinking you understand and you know just based off of what TikTok saying and men on TikTok saying and everybody saying, you have no idea. Sit down, be quiet, and let the man that truly loves you love you. Not based on your terms, on his.
Now, I chose this video just off of that little part. Watch the full thing. This is a 6-minute long clip that I found on TikTok. Now, he explained exactly what the problem is in our communities, now all communities, that the simple fact that a lot of women are raised without even knowing the example of a man. They go on the assumption of what they think a man is. Now, what they think a man is everything that they desire in their minds. It's not what a good man is. This man's trying to explain that y'all are listening to the wrong ones because you don't have an example at home. You will never truly understand what the man is. And you don't know how men love because they do not love like women.
He know what he doing. Stop trying to control him to or manipulate him to be like you. No, we're two different beings. And if you really want a success in your relationship, let the man be the man. And if he love you, he'll sacrifice for you. That's a fact. If he don't, he won't. He won't do like what I'm doing. He won't get up without you. You don't have to push me to get out of bed. I'm just gonna get up anyway. Why? Because I got work to do. Why? Because I got sacrifices to make. I got obligations that I'm not running from.
Exactly. On the idea of sacrifice, it's not necessarily having to, even though it is considered when it comes down to a man having to sacrifice his life. A big sacrifice for man is his time. His time. Because they have to move forward throughout their life being a productive citizen, a productive human being. So when they are willing to sacrifice their time for the all well-being of others, that is the case. They get up and they got to do what they have to do for their families. They internalize that. They are aware of that. It has been embedded in them since the creation of man, that is their duty. And they are willing to do that for those who are in full support and care and truly love them unconditionally. That is what they show as love. What they are willing to do, what they have been doing to the ones that they love.
That's why. Women, you're different. You're different. Men are different. It's just different. There's nothing you can do to change it.
Are you saying all men are the same?
We're different. I didn't say all men are the same. I said men are different from women. And I tell you that when a man loves, there is sacrifice in it. If he don't, there's no sacrifice. If the man is, you got to push him out the bed, beg him to go to the job, that nigga don't love you. Because when he love for real, oh, he going hard. And so you out there thinking you understand and you know just based off of what TikTok saying and men on TikTok saying and everybody saying, you have no idea. Sit down, be quiet, and let the man that truly loves you love you. Not based on your terms, on his. He know what he doing. Stop trying to control him to or manipulate him to be like you. No, we're two different beings. And if you really want a success in your relationship, let the man be the man. And if he love you, he'll sacrifice for you. That's a fact. If he don't, he won't. He won't do like what I'm doing. He won't get up without you. You don't have to push me to get out of bed. I'm just gonna get up anyway. Why? Because I got work to do. Why? Because I got sacrifices to make. There are obligations that I'm not running from. That's why. Women, you're different. You're different. Men are different.
And another thing on what a man sacrifices. I had shared a clip from a man who explained that a man shouldn't have to sacrifice, but I don't think they understood exactly what he meant on that. He meant with having to sacrifice his time without the appreciation from the ones he is doing it for. That is the biggest problem that we have in society. Women don't ever consider men are actually sacrificing themselves, and they shouldn't with their time, but they shouldn't have to do it where it reaps on their mental and physical health, where they're unappreciated, when they're demoted in society regularly outside of the homes, when they're demonized for who they are. Men shouldn't have to put forth what is expected of them without the return of appreciation, support, nurture, and loyalty that aligns with what they're doing. So in the eyes of the man having to sacrifice, so to speak, will be his time. He puts in a lot of time on having to fight the world, make the money, meet demands necessary for his home. And this is something that they have internalized within them. Men are well aware of what they're supposed to do to have a functional society, a functional home. It shouldn't be asked of women to allow this to happen. This should be standard. This should be exactly what it is. I am doing what I'm doing, and you accept that. It shouldn't be up for debate. It shouldn't have him wearing down his health, his emotional state, his physical state. Men's love is action.
It's just different. There's nothing you can do to change it.
Are you saying all men are the same?
We're different. I didn't say all men are the same. I said men are different from women. And I tell you that when a man loves, there is sacrifice in it. If he don't, there's no sacrifice. If the man is, you got to push him out the bed, beg him to go to the job, that nigga don't love you. Because when he love for real, oh, he going hard. The problem is, y'all don't know because you ain't never seen it. Your mama raised you by herself. Her mama raised her by herself. And all y'all just going out together, all y'all see is a bunch of women. You don't really see how men interact. And so when you hear a man tell you how men love each other, oh, he this, he that. But no. Men bond different. Our stuff is, because we can't turn our love on and off like a woman. I remember my dad told me that. How a woman can love you today, and tomorrow, like, she don't even know you no more.
And this is very true. I dropped a clip as well where a man says that a woman can actually forget about all the years of good just for one bad. Women can fall in and out of love on a regular basis, while men can love for a very long time. And they show it. It doesn't have to be an emotional vision you get from a man when it comes down to you wanting to know if you love him. He shows it. And a lot of men would be so upset and angry and mad at certain actions that probably took place in their relationship, but they still love that woman. They don't just up and be like, you know what? I no longer love her. Women do that. They can forget years, decades of all the good and all the hardship the man has done, and the the very lenient life that they had lived with the man, all because of one thing. Because of one thing that made them angry. Women don't reflect much. They don't sit back and look at all the things that happened in the years that they were with the man. A man can lose his job if she no longer is interested, but he has been working for 10, 15, 20 years of his life, even if it's a couple of years since they've been together, short relationships. She will look at him different. But a man can have an argument with his wife, an argument with his girlfriend. She can make him upset in something. He can have a negative feeling at one point towards the woman he cares for. The love still stands. It takes a lot for a man to actually walk away out of a relationship than it is for a woman. Because at a snap of a finger, she is so willing to walk away. And this is why divorce has more hardship and more heartbreak on a man than it does a woman. But I'm going to let him cook.
I don't know how that is, because I'm a man. So I don't even try to think like that, because I'm not like that. There's no way I can be like that. It's not in me. My analogy of that is men love like cement. When you first pour cement, it's soft and runny. You put up a containment wall around it, holds it in place. Over time, it just gets hard and hard and hard and hard and hard. Eventually, it gets so hard that you need a doggone wrecking crane to break it. And even that, it still stick together. But a woman, she don't love like that. Her love is different. She loves like water. It evaporates over time.
I think you get that from your first love. You think you puppy love, and then everybody's young, so the young woman moves on, and you use that experience to attain it to all of your experiences as you grow up into adulthood. That women don't love like men. Our love is temporary, whatever you said. Because
I didn't say temporary. I say it's different. That's why when the scripture talks about the woman, it says, women, submit to your husband. But it tells men to love their wives. Because women, they have to choose to love or submit. A man, when we love, it's just love. It is what it is. There's no
This is something that I have realized. And even though I'm infatuated and pretty much a darn near stalker when it comes to my husband, but not in a negative way, but care for him so much that I cannot see myself without him. There's a reason why in the Bible it doesn't say anything about a woman loving her husband. It says a woman to submit to her husband. Because I think right there in what he just said is the simple fact that women don't really know love. Women don't know what love is on their behalf. So submitting would be the best action and the most valid action to show that you are for this man. And I think that is one of the biggest keys, as there's so many key notes in the Bible, with even the first scripture of man and woman in Genesis, that Eve ate the apple. It shows just how much women are easily manipulated. Women are easy to be rebellious. Women hasn't listened since the dawn of time. And they will always, decide on their own instead of following the rules. So I think that's a point that he is trying to make. This just is my ideal on the point. But I find that in itself, that it doesn't state for a woman to love her husband. It just says submit to her husband, is a key factor in why women don't understand what love is. And they haven't for some time. Let's let them cook.
thing.
A woman would love a man based on how he treats her. She would treat him. Yeah, so
But a man would
that's
love
a
a
person. That's
man
a
would love
human
woman
being.
regardless of how she treat him. If he love her, trust me, when a man love a woman, that woman can do all kinds of stuff. He gonna still love her. Do you believe me? This is why A man's heartbreak, you can't even fathom the heartbreak of a man when he loves a woman and she breaks his heart. A lot of men, matter of fact, most men never recover. Look at your daddy. Never recovered. Still to this day, in love with your mom. Never recovered. Never. And that's a lot of men. They don't recover. But women do. All she need is she go through her little stuff where she go through, and she has sex with another man, and if he good to her, boom, that nigga is done. It's over. She'll never look back again. She'll suck her teeth before she go back to that. Because in her mind, I moved on. Well, the sad thing about it is no woman was designed to have sex with more than one man. So that's the problem, because now she done got imprinted by more men. I'll just say it like this. We got it all messed up because we don't want to do it God's way.
And he's 100%, 1,000% correct, because I speak with my husband on this a lot about imprinting. And I tell him all the time, I've been so imprinted by you. I am you in the most feminine way, because I cannot see myself without him, and I wouldn't know what to do without him. You know, my knowledge, my mold, everything about me is solely wrapped around this man. Everything that I do, when I wake up in the morning, who I think of, everything about me is my husband. I am honored to even have his name because he is a great man. But on the imprinting factor is that this is one of the reasons why a lot of women today cannot fully find what they're looking for, because they have been imprinted by many. And it causes a mental confusion for them, where they constantly are desiring all of these fantasy realm men, because they're taking bits and pieces from men they've experienced, when this is not a natural way for us. The natural way for us is to be imprinted by that one man and fully take on that man internally, emotionally, and with him physically. And this was supposed to be the sole loyalty within us of our submission, which shows the true form of our love. Once you're imprinted by a man and you're no longer with that man, you go out there thinking of the good and the bad things, the good things about him that you want to find in somebody else, and you want to forget about the bad things about him. So now you have these standards, because these are the men that you have been involved with. The negative things becomes what you do no longer want to deal with because of these experiences. And now it's happened so much so with all women, where their standards are so freaking high because they don't been around the block. And now it just gets more and more and more and more higher the more and more and more women take on. And now we're at a point where you have reached the rooftop and there's no one there. There is no one no longer at that. There's a joke about how women will go up into a building and there'll be men on one floor, there'll be men on a whole bunch of floors, but the amount of men gets smaller as you go up. Women today make it to the rooftop, and then now they're on TikTok crying about why they're alone, why they can't find a man, what's going on, ain't I beautiful? The ego comes out of them, the attention comes out of them. Women now created a currency of attention because they done complained about every prospect that came to them that they've dealt with, took all the negatives that they considered red flags and built their own standards, made it all the way to the top of that building, and there's no man left. When that first floor you were at, you could have picked the one that was capable of molding you and stuck with them. Not every relationship is perfect. You're going to have some down times. Our role is to support the man in down times. Our role is to protect his well-being throughout our lives. Because the more we protect him, the more we protect our children. Because best believe his sole focus is doing exactly what he needs to for us. He wouldn't be with us to do anything else. And that was the end of the clip there for this topic of women love differently than men. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell to alert you for all new content. Tell me what you think about what this man said. What are the things that y'all don't agree with? What are the things y'all do agree with? I think he said a mouthful. And I think a lot of his wisdom is what has been missing in a lot of communities today because of the influx of single motherhood. So let me know what y'all think. And as always, I thank you all for watching.